What up, YouTube? You know, I'm back with part 2 of the story of Lil Cody. So, last time we left off with Lil Cody, he got into it with Big L, kicked Big L in his dick, knocked him out, had the whole detention lunchroom looking crazy. The girl who was trying to bully him and bully Shirley at that time was just shocked like he did that. She was like, wow, all this time he was bullying you, you knocked him out just like that? So Lil Cody goes, well, I'm not much of a fighter, and I only fight if I have to. I advise you to leave us both the fuck alone. He took Shirley and they pimped off. So from that moment on, Shirley and him became cool. Shirley started telling him what's going on what's going on in the detention center and, how shit be running and, there's levels to this shit. Like, once you age at a certain level, you got to go upstairs with the bigger kids. You got to go upstairs with the bigger kids, right? So, boom, that happened. And she basically put them on, and they've been cool ever since. And Shirley got it on with the other girl because she liked Cody. She never said it to Cody. So she assumed Shirley took Cody from her. So every other day when Cody wasn't around or he wasn't looking, she would try to bully her. And Cody seen it one day and was just like, he saw her that she was beat up. They beat up Shirley real bad. Like, they hit her with broomsticks and shit. They put her in the infirmary. They beat her up, and Cody just so happened to come across her this one time while he was cleaning. And he was like, Shirley, where you been all this time? I've been looking for you. I thought, you may have got out or something, or you was in a hole. She was like, nah. And she, she could barely speak because she was so in pain. She was like, I've been in here this whole time. She was like, what happened? She was like, you know what happened. Such and such, did this. And she didn't want to tell the guards who did it because she didn't want to be labeled as a rat. And Cody understood that. So Cody said to her, I was like, you bigger than this girl. Why don't you fight back? And she was like, to be honest with you, little Cody, I don't fight back because I feel like if I beat her up, I won't stop. She was like, you will stop. I'll make sure you stop. I don't want to see you beat up no more. I'm going to tell you like my brother told me. You got to set these motherfuckers straight in here. You got to. No matter what. Because they're going to keep fucking with you. She was like, you don't get visits from family? She was like, no. My family gave up on me. Father ain't want nothing to do with me. And my mother just threw me to the wolves. So Cody finally asked her after being in there for a few weeks, for a few months he been in there. He finally asked her, was like, what you really in here for? So she told him the story, like, oh, my mom had a boyfriend over at the crib. He was touching me and my older sister. My older sister was too afraid to say something. So when he came for me, I fought him back. So Cody was like, you just fought him back? That's how the story ends? Because the story don't sound like it ends there if you weren't here. So she was like, to tell you the truth, Cody, I stabbed him. I stabbed him in his dick. I stabbed him. And I think he bled out. And when my mom came home, she saw his body on the floor. She saw me sitting there, and she saw my sister just in shock. So my sister would basically just said, I killed him. She was like, your sister threw you under the bus like that? That's so fucked up, man. That's so fucked up. She was like, yeah, but it seemed like I can't get away from being abused unless I fight back. Cody was like, that should tell you something. So they had a little moment there. You know what I'm saying? A little friendship moment. And they became tight. So whenever he had an issue with a girl, she stepped in. Or whenever she had an issue with a guy, he stepped in. They was like the best. They became like the best of friends. So a whole year went by since they've been in there. Cody's, he toned himself up. He doing his push-ups. He getting his body ripped. And Shirley, she's actually working out herself. She's toning down. She's losing all her weight. And she's becoming more of a pretty young girl to a lot of dudes who never looked at her. So they've been in there she been in there longer than him. She been in there, she was already 2 years in. She was already 2 years in the system. She was somewhere else before she got there. Then she was in there when she was 10. She got there when she was 10. So A whole year went by. Cody had just turned 11. She was in there when she was 10, so she turned 11 as well. And, you know, they've been in there together. Cody was going to be in there for 3 years. He did his first year bid. Family came to see him. They seen that he was doing good, staying out of trouble. He was more concerned about Shirley because Shirley never had no visitors. So he asked his mom and his dad, like, hey, can you do me a favor? I got a friend in here who wants to see her family, or at least her sister. So the mom was looking at Cody like, what kind of friend? Well, she's black, and she's the only friend I got in here. So the mom was really against it because she wasn't really a fan of blacks. But the dad, seeing how much Cody progressed and how much he really cared for this young lady. So the dad was like, what's her name? So he was shocked when the dad said something compared to what the mom said, because he thought the mom would be more for it, but the dad was more on his side. So he told the dad her name is Shirley, and she's from this place, and the last known address I known for her is this and this and that and the third. So the dad was like, that shit sounds familiar. Is that? And then he was like, yeah, Dad, that's the girl who stabbed the stepdad or the mom's boyfriend because he was touching her. She was like, wow, I heard about that story. I heard the story totally different from what we was told. The mom was like, yeah, we heard that she went berserk. I said, no, Mom. She was being touched. She was being raped by the mother's boyfriend, her and her sister. The sister was too afraid to say anything. So Shirley took it upon herself to fight back. And if she didn't, she probably would have been either dead or still being abused at home. Who want to deal with that? So the mom took another look at it differently now and was like, okay, Cody, I see that you become real friends with this girl. We're going to do our best to try to reach out. Your brother, he went away to the army. So he was like, okay, that's cool. Just tell him to write me. That's it. I got to get back. So I'm not going to tell her that I spoke to you guys. I just let me know what you could do for me, please. So I'm asking you guys. So the parents was like, all right, cool. So the parents went in and they did their homework on the girl. They found her oldest sister, who's about 19 now, and she's living on her own. And they approached her. It was like, hey, are you Shirley's big sister? She's like, she thought she was the cops. The sister is a booster. She also got a regular job, and she also, she do a little scamming here and there, just to get by because she's on her own. She said, you guys some cops or something? She was like, no, we're not cops. The mother was a little triggered because they was in a rough neighborhood. So the dad was like, we're not here on nothing like that. We're here about your sister. Shirley? How's she doing? Well, she really wants to see you. She's been inside out. She friend with our son, and our son asked us to actually reach out to somebody whose family with her just to come visit her, just to let her know like somebody cares for her. So her sister was like, I don't think I could do that. I can't face my sister after what happened. You guys wouldn't understand. She said, we know the story. We know your sister fought the mother boyfriend off so he could stop abusing you guys. So the sister kind of was just like, yeah, my little sister did that. It should have been me in jail, not her. This is probably why I can't face her. She probably wouldn't even care to see me or wouldn't want to see me after what I did. I threw her under the bus. I let her take the rap. I just can't. So the mother grabs the girl's hand and was like, listen, I know you love your sister dearly, but right now, her time of need, she just needs a friendly face to see and show that somebody loves her. A family member at that. If you want to go see her, these are her days. Get your name on the visiting list and just, talk to your sister. Do it for her. So the sister was like, no, I can't. And she stormed off. So when they went to go visit Cody again the following week, they told Cody what happened. Cody was just like disappointed and stuff. So a couple weeks went on. Shirley still wasn't getting visitors. And then all of a sudden, 6 months in, a year and 6 months in, she get her first visit. The guard come get her. It's like, Shirley, you got a visit. Because Holt and Cody was sitting down and they was watching TV, and she was like, looked at Cody like, Cody was shocked himself. She was like, go see who it is. So she was kind of shaken up because she didn't know who it might be. So boom, she goes to the visit, and it's her sister. Hi Shirley, how you doing? Shirley's like, hey sis. She said, I see you lost a lot of weight. She said, yeah, I met a good friend in here, and I've been keeping my mind together. Been doing all right. How's mom? So the sister started breaking down, crying, because she shouldn't have been in here. She knew of Rip. She's like, Shirley, you shouldn't be in here. I'm sorry. I should have did more back then. I was the oldest sister. So Shirley instantly knew what was going on. Shirley shed a tear because she knew, she felt it. She's like, sis, it's okay. She's like, nah, it's not okay. You're going to be in here for a long period of time. And it's unfair. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe if we keep getting, satisfying this man's needs, he would leave us alone, but he didn't. And mom just stood there and didn't do nothing. We all we got. Shirley, you're all I got right now. I really appreciate you coming to see me. It means a lot to me. She said, Shirley, I'm going to get you out here. I'm going to get you out. I got to get you out because you don't deserve this. So Shirley's like, it's all right. I'm going to do my time. And then when I come home, maybe me and you we can catch up. Sisters again. So Shirley left. She was like, her sister was calling her Shirley, Shirley, Shirley. So she went back. She went back to her cell. She was emotional. Cody was like, so, hey, Shirley, you okay? So she looked at Cody. Was like, Cody, did you do it? Did I do what? Did you get my sister to come in? Could I be honest with you? She was like, yeah. I asked my parents to find somebody, to come see you because you should have visitors just as well. Everybody needs somebody. So she got up, she hugged Cody. She was like, thank you. She kissed Cody in his mouth. Cody was like, what was that for? For getting somebody else to come see me, family member. I really needed that. I've been in here empty. I ain't have nobody. You come along, and I really appreciate it, Cody. I really do. Now, Shirley's body is starting to develop more of a woman. Her breasts are starting to show. She's working out, so she's slimming down. A little slim thing. And she gained a little height. She was about 5'6" at 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? Cody was about 5'3" at the time, at 11 years old. He didn't really gain no height. He was real little. He was a real little guy. And they became much closer after that. Now, a situation happens where Big L and the other young lady who had it out for them wanted to get them killed. And what happens now is they put a plan together. So Luke, Cody, and Shirley went a whole good 6 months with no trouble, with no problems, just basically staying to themselves. New people coming in. They made friends with the new people. They made friends with this one kid named Snake. On the streets, they called him Snake. He was like, because I be snaking people. I'm not even going to lie. I be snaking people. But y'all seem pretty cool, and I don't want to snake y'all. Snake was a snake. It speaks for itself, but he was also a punk. You know what I'm saying? Him being around Cody gave him a little bit of a protection. And what happens now is Big L gets in Snake's ear. Don't hang around Cody. He gonna do you dirty. Big Snake was listening to what he was saying. So you gonna do me dirty? Word. So Big L gave him a shank. He made him a shank made out of a toothbrush. He said, today in the yard, get him. Trust me, you get him, you roll with our crew. I guarantee you. Right? Guarantee you're gonna be good. So Snake was like, all right, bet. So Snake, Shirley, Cody was chilling on the yard. Snake goes, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, y'all. Snake like, all right, cool. Cody wasn't looking. Snake came up behind him, poked him up 4 times. Boop, 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 boop. Poked him up and left him there. Shirley was like, what the fuck, Snake? What the fuck? I had to get his ass before he get me. Then he swung at Shirley. Shirley weaved back. So, oh shit, what the fuck is you doing? He weaved back. So all the kids is like, fight, fight, fight. Cody, he hit the benches. Boom, boom, fell to the floor, bleeding. So Shirley was like, God, God. So he went to go cut at her throat again. She weaved it, grabbed his arm, twisted, and front flipped him. Flip, boop. Front flipped him. So they're like, get her, you know, the other kids like, get him, Shirley, get him, Shirley, get him, Shirley. She was so worried about little Cody, she took his eyes off him. Snake picked up dirt, threw it on her face, and just launched her. Boop, boop, 2-piece. Dropped her. Then the guards came. So she scurried over to Cody. He was like, Cody, Cody, Cody. He blacked out. He blacked out. They took him to the infirmary. He survived, though. Shirley was so heated, she was ready to commit another murder for Cody. She was ready to commit another murder for Cody. So Snake, what he ended up doing, he ended up going to Big L on himself. You know, he came in the cell, was like, I did it. I think he did. Oh, really? He gone? That's good to know. That's good to know. So Big L and his crew came back in. They surrounded Snake. He was like, you did a good thing. Welcome to the team. They threw him down, and they all took turns on him, raping him. That's the end of part 2. Part 3 coming tomorrow, guys. Stay tuned.